Maybe like a Gatot would be better here?
Yeah, but then they need like an Edith in the XP. There you go. Well, it does look like it's going to be Edith and Gatot then. All right, there you go. Gatot and Edith. You need an initiator with the Gatot. He cannot be the sole initiator, and that's why they went for the Gatot plus the Edith.
But there's no cheese anymore in the gold lane from game number 2. They gotta play it a bit more standard here for Geek Fam. And it's going to be a Ruby.
Gold! Ruby Gold! They're gonna play with the Ling and the
man.
Kimmy as the main carries.
I see the idea.
I see it too.
Ruby Gold. Less targets for the Fanny. And it's harder for Fanny to get the backline towards Mr. Octa, so right now they're setting out the prayers. DEWA United, literally, as you see on the screen just now. Geek Fam in no rush. They already have a 1-0 lead. Marco, final thoughts on the draft?
I am confused right now. I think standard, it should be Geek Fam with the draft win, but they will have some solid counters, and this is a cheese pick that can work. Kimmy and Ling, very reliant on getting resources, but with the Ruby Gold, it really can work.
They counter the cheese with the cheese in game number 2. DEWA United looking to come back against a Geek Fam, as we might have a pause here for a second for game number 2. We're gonna make sure that both teams...
And that is where the cover comes from. Let's see though.
Resuming the game right away in the mid lane, Aboy and Voloisky taking some heat, but he still has Revitalize.
Good sustainability with a Revitalize there, but why is that knocked up again? All G in the grand scheme of things.
Emblem check here by IndieHome. Maybe the fatal for Vance. Everything looks pretty normal. Again, the Master Assassin down below as well suggests that he wants to just go.
Oh my goodness. No Revitalize this time, but Loisky will fall, and that's going to be Octa drawing first blood.
I thought Make is just gonna follow through in the bottom lane.
This is the thing about the Ruby too, though. It's very, very safe. But hey, if Chidera can actually hold this lane like this, freeze it out down below, maybe he won't be able to get kill pressure, nor will he be able to participate in Turtle 1. DEWA want to group up as fast as possible. That's the strat with the Ruby Gold. Ruby just gets level 4, and then he rotates for Turtle 1 together with the team. If Chidera wins, now that's another way to just deal the blow to this win con of DEWA.
Speaking of win con, Geek Fam, if things does not work out in the early game, they can still play the usual geekable strategy in Chidera though. With the Moskov and all, they have a lot of things in their bag to pull out here against DEWA United. So far, 1 kill though for DEWA United. They're leading by a hairbreadth.
This is going to be a big fight, ladies and gentlemen. This is the calm before the storm. For both teams, a big snowball. Rez,
they're looking for the poke. That's a fist crack as well. It's going to be a, oh my goodness, Revitalize, clutch one. Moisa will be the one who falls. Rez flickers out of danger, and that's going to be Geek Fam actually initiating the turtle.
The Sage saving the day for Geek Fam with the Revitalize. That was huge, and now turtle number 1, Vance is already eyeing for the steal.
Uh-oh, let's see. Rez takes a lot of heat and will fall. Vance though. Oh, Tempest Blade, a boy goes down. This is the fans we know. Voloisky now, very low, no Revitalize, AOG to his death. DEWA United with the response.
As expected, the big gamble on Turtle. Make it!
Oh my goodness. He stole it the first game, he wasn't able to this time.
Well, the plan is working so far for DEWA United. Octa already got 2 kills early in this game. That's a boost, and if he wants to go Sky Piercer, this might be a better time than game number 1.
Oh, it's a very good time now. He has 2 kills in the early game. He has a 1,000 gold lead and a turtle as well for survivability. This is as good as it gets for the Kimmy in the early game. And we gotta think about it this way. Geek Fam, they actually had the winning condition earlier. They were able to win out in the early brawl, like in the mid lane, getting the Badang up top and getting a kill onto Mueza. Chidera was able to stop maybe from rotating towards the neutral objective as well. So everything kind of lined up, and still, it wasn't enough for them to secure the neutral objective, nor was it enough for them to actually win in the team fight. So for Geek Fam, they gotta start thinking about the next course of action down below.
On towards Chidera, way up Dragon with the Purify. That's gonna be Chidera trying to hold on, but with the Tempest of Blade locking him down, he will fall. Beloyski wasn't able to assist his teammate Chidera, taken down the first time in this game.
Good rotation coming in from fans and crew. They did the same thing that Geek Fam did in the first game, just pretty much pouncing on the gold lane in the Moscow early game.
Yeah, Rez is practically unkillable in the ganks too, so he acts as a very, very good weak side if they all want to play for the bottom lane, which they certainly do. With a Ruby, kill pressure. Oh, Makers!
Makers looking for an angle on towards Vans. He will not find it! What the heck? Almost. But it's not enough.
Did he get the purple? Yes!
He did, he did.
He did, that's a W! NET of the week!
Really well played from Makers. This is what we were thinking. DEWA United, they've gotten everything they needed. A turtle in the early game, a kill down below onto the weak side on Chidera. The purple buff gets taken out, and now it pretty much derails a lot of that early game snowball win con that DEWA have been planning to just utilize.
I mean, I gotta say, I didn't really see Makers coming. It looks like a boy using Kuchiyose and summoning Makers out of nowhere. Looking like Deidara with the birds. Now, out of lane.
Beloyski misses the AOG, but the I'm offended doesn't land as well. Looking for the turret, maybe. Doped on. Looking for the buying time. That's going to be maybe surviving, but the turret goes down. But Geek Fam will trade the turtle for the turret.
It's an okay trade for Geek Fam. It's the best that they could get at this point of the game. Again, Chidera is not strong enough to be left alone, and the turtle will be a 50-50. So now Geek Fam decide, you know what? Let's not contest for it. Let's not gamble on the turtle. We won in the purple buff. We can play around this Fanny having more kill pressure than Ling for a while. But now Chidera is in a tough spot.
Boy's there though.
Beloyski is here. Looking for perhaps more info on the whereabouts of DEWA United members, and DEWA United, they will disengage.
That should be a W for Geek Fam. They can play this game as long as they want, especially with Chidera there. There's a lot of long lane options here for both. There's a Ling, there's a Fanny, there's a Moskov. So, in the late game, Mirko, I would probably assume that Geek Fam has an advantage here over DEWA.
Yeah. In the late... man.
The Kimmy, right?
I don't know. Yeah, the Kimmy. But the Moskov. The outplay potential on the Moskov or the reliability of the Kimmy is definitely what I'm thinking about right now, because the Moskov in the late game can 1v1 the Ling in the side lane. The Kimmy cannot go into the side lane alone. So they will have a stronger 5v5, but Geek Fam will have stronger lanes.
Makeit's gotta be careful. They touch and they go.
Still want to go though. Make still staying. Chidera once again. Feels like every time Chidera plays on a Moskov, it's just they're trying to think how to give Chidera the best time to take turrets and the long lanes, and that's pretty much the win condition every time they use it.
Even
though,
Good reaction there from a boy to deny the potential engage from Weza.
I was about to say, even on the Claude, it's not just the Moskov. On the Claude as well, he'll look to split push. The only reason he didn't in that game previously is because he just won out the lane with the help of Helkert. But you can see Moskov already pushing up top. Ling sent to deal with it, so Geek Fam have a bit of prio to play with while Ling is up top and still hasn't taken purple.
only cursive side so far for Chidera, which is just trying to still stack up the items and still pushing the long lane. Chidera can go in the teamfight any time that they want, and even if Geek Fam concedes on this turtle, you'll still get a trade.
Turtle number 3 so far, perfect for DEWA United. But again, like I said, DEWA United really good in 5v5s, but in the side lane, it's gonna be really tough to go up against Chidera. Van's still up top.
Let's see, Gauls with the engage. Free hitting in the back lanes! That's maybe with the engage as well. That's gonna be AOG defensively. Makis finding the turtle. Makis looking for a body, perhaps he will find Vans. That's an equal trade for now, but DEWA United, what happened?
They lose out the trades meanwhile. Chidera is gonna be the target, but he knows something's going.
Oh no, Chidera locked down. Octa finds the unstoppable.
Good conceal from DEWA.
Now it's equal. Earlier, I would have said that was an outright win for Geek Fam. They got the turtle, they got a kill on Vans, and it was a 4v5. But now that Chidera got picked off, yeah, it's a bit more equal. But I would still say that Geek Fam got a little bit more value out of that. Octa is the only one leading right now, and the rest of Geek Fam are still holding on. And this threat that Chidera poses on the side lane will only grow. He was 0-1, now 0-2, up against Ling, and Vance wasn't able to 1v1 him. He was brought up top. DEWA need to stay decisive. They either need to give up on the turtle or give up on the tower. They were trying to play for both, and it ended up hurting them. This is again a mistake that was exploited, I think, early on in the weeks by RRQ when they had Chip. DEWA wanted to defend, but they also wanted to contest turtle. And in the end, it was a Chip shortcut into a base clear. Vance.
It's Blade. Defensively, no purple again for Vance.
And Lord is coming on in 40 seconds, so if they want to fight it against a Ling that does not have a purple, it would be a good time for Geek as, look at that, Jadera is still trying to, that's his ninja way, man. Splitting up on his own as a lone wolf.
Naked's so clinical on the Fanny. Vance really struggling even to get his own purple buff. That's why I really didn't think the Ling would have been the best choice here. And it also kind of seems like Baby isn't really fully comfortable on the pick. He wasn't participating in the first few neutral objective fights that could have been much more than just a turtle. And we gotta remember that Geek Fam in the end kind of has a better late game in a way because they can play in the side lane. DEWA,
Was a caught. The all-in from Geek Fam. Weza will fall. And DEWA United, they will have to fight the Lord potentially with just 4.
This is where the experience matters. This is where how many games do you have in MPL ID really matters, because so far Geek Fam feels like they're always like 2 steps ahead of DEWA United. They're just forced to respond. Jadera in the top lane finds response. They want to go for the Lord, then DEWA United responds. They're playing a really passive game here with the Ruby.
Hold up. Lord. It's all about the purple now, I feel, for Geek Fam, right? They either trade the Lord by blitzing it, or they don't. Interesting choice from Geek Fam. They decide to send Jadera up top back again to play on the side.
That's where he lives.
Oh, Weza finds a way of Dragon though. That's gonna be Beloyski popping the Revitalize just to buy time. He will fall regardless. Vance looking for an angle. That's a Texas OD! Locking Baby down! And God will secure the kill. Makin's looking for an angle. Finds the double kill! Looking for the triple. Octa though still has the flicker.
Call him Air Make. It's the hang time that this guy had. 2 kills, or 3 at the time for Geek Fam, as this might be a freebie once again for the Geeks.
Oh, it will be. It won't be contested at all by DEWA United. There's no chance they do. They'll get a trade up top, but it's a tier 1, and it's with minions. Man, Geek Fam are playing it so well. Really just reacting, like you said, to every move that DEWA are making. Well, DEWA have been the ones reacting to Geek Fam movements, and now the time that they decide to go in, they go in on Beloyski. This is why, I think for DEWA, they are lost. Like, yes, you want a 5v5, but not like that. You don't want to start things up by going onto Beloyski, using all your resources? Res, Fist Crack, Way of the Dragon, and the I'm Offended. Then what are you going to use on Make-It? What are you going to use on Jadera? DEWA seem very lost.
Seems like they're tilting.
And I think it's always a bad fight when a boy and Jadera didn't even use the Purify at that fight.
Because they didn't need to. Again now on Gobs.
Oh, what a stun!
That's a good stop there. Now it's going to be Gauss flickering out. Oh my goodness, Beloyski, what an engage, but Octa heals enough damage. Makins locks him down, but Jadera is free hitting. He finds a double, finds a shutdown, and that's Jadera finding the Maniac. Fans, will he be able to make the clear? But that's going to be Jadera with no, oh my goodness, the deny. But regardless, Geek Fam, they find the base, and that's a clean sweep from the Geeks.
Super clean. And mind you, Make-It's as a Fanny, a hero that really prone to making